W2WLD, W5ABI. I think there's somebody on there, one of those sparks on the air I'm picking up here over, Bill.
Yeah, I spoke with him earlier. He was going to move. I'm just not sure if he's already gone or if he's still in there. This W2WLD. Anyone using the frequency? Okay, thank you, Mike. This guy's a real gentleman. I appreciate it. Standing by for the Air Force's Flyers Club net that begins at the top of the hour.
WW5ENZ, W5ABI.
Yeah, go ahead, Joe. WW5ENZ here.
I got an S9 carrier off and on down here. I don't know if you're picking it up there, over.
Negative. I don't seem to see it, but I'll look for it. WW5ENZ.
Okay, thanks. You're pushing 20 over 9, Mike.
Okay, yeah, I'm pointed northwest. I'm kind of pointed up towards Ogden, but you're really doing well. You're 10 over here, Joe. No problem.
Okay, thanks for the report. W5ABI, standing by for net.
Yeah, make that 15 over, Joe. Just below 20. WW5ENZ.
Okay, I got the beam pointed Dewey's. W5ABI, standing by for net.
W5ABI, KG5PTE.
KG5PTE, W5ABI.
Morning, Joe. Good signal in here. Solid signal. S9.
Thanks for the report. You're the same. W5ABI, standing by for net.
Yeah, the POTA guy just moved over to 14285.
Yeah, okay. I heard him on this frequency, and I had about an S9 carrier off and on, but I don't hear it now.
Yeah, I called Uncle Cliff a while ago, W5PIX. He's in Coronado State Forest out there in Arizona.
Okay. Yeah, anyhow, thanks for the report. W5ABI, standing by for net.
Morning, Bill. W2WLD. I got a good signal on you too, sir. PIX.
Yeah, who was that? W2WLD.
It's James, KG5PT.
Yeah, you're about a 5'7", James. Good copy.
Roger, roger.
Good morning, Captain Bill from Dallas, Texas, W5PIX Mobile.
N4GYY, WW5ENZ. Hey, good morning, Chief. Hey, did you have to do some snow plowing there or anything?
I did the past couple of days, and right now we've got this light snow flurry. Don't think I'm going to plow that, but on Friday they're talking about maybe 1 to 4 inches. Probably have to plow that.
Yeah, roger that. We haven't seen any snow yet here, but I keep saying Thursday we're going to have a big, storm. But I don't know. Who knows? We'll see what happens. WW5ENZ, standing by for the net.
WW5ENZ, W5ABI.
Yeah, go ahead, Joe.
Yeah, I'm watching the local TV station, and they got a couple flurries, and they're closing all the schools here, and I don't know about Las Cruces. We're supposed to get a half an inch maybe, and the way the people drive around here, I got a doctor's appointment, but I wish I could stay home.
Yeah, I know. Different parts of the country are funny. Here in Oklahoma, 2 days ago, the temperature started out at 10 degrees in the morning, and they called schools off. I'm going, what? And anyway, WW5DNZ.
We're from Seattle originally, so we're used to driving in snow. Anyhow, we'll see what happens here. WW5DNZ, W5ABI, standing by for net.
W5ABI, W5PIX.
Yeah, go ahead, Cliff, W5ABI.
Well, be thankful you're down there in the bottom part of the state. I've been listening to Road Dog radio on XM, and they got several jackknife rigs out there between Santa Rosa and Tucumcari.
Yeah, that's far north of us, actually, Tucumcari. We're not expected to get any more than a half an inch, so I'm not worried about it.
Hey, Roger. Well, I'll tell you what. I sit there at Klein's Corner there at 285 and I-40, and I sat there because they had the road closed. I went to bed, and I decided, you know what, I could go south and go across 60 to hit 84 to go back into Lubbock. But anyways, yeah, that's between Santa Rosa and Klein's Corner there on I-40. I mean, you got hills and you got ice and snow. No, that ain't no place to be trying to do some trailer trucking, that's for sure.
Yeah, I-40 is a couple hundred miles north of us. Anyhow, we're not worried about it. Thanks for the weather report there, Cliff. W5ABI, standing by for net.
No problem. I'm sitting up here in Dallas right now, and it's 37 degrees out. I was down there in the LaPorte area. Well, excuse me. I was down there at Port Comfort area, and on the Gulf of Mexico. Oh, wait a minute. Now Donald wants to change to Gulf of America. Anyways, that's where I was at till about 2 o'clock this morning. Then I left out and had to come up here, tried to get up here by 8. And of course they had an accident, so I went and got fuel, and I'm no big hurry. Morning traffic in Dallas is not nearly as bad as Chicago, but it's still bad trying to get through it, or LA. That's gridlock in LA all the time, and they're trying to figure out what the heck to do to improve and build more roads, and well, yeah, that's about the right answer. It's just a shame that I think somebody's going around setting fires out there. That usually happens with high winds coming up. I grew up out there, and by golly, that's my interpretation that somebody's going around starting fires. They're in strange places that normally doesn't get them there. So, anyway, I just want to get in here and say hello for a little bit, and I know Captain's fixing to start up the net here in about 4 minutes, so I better shut up. W5PIX Mobile.
Okay, Cliff. Thanks for the weather report and the report on the fires. W5ABI, standing by for net.
W5OG, W2WLD.
Good morning, Bill. W2WLD, W5OG.
Good morning, Dale. Hope you're always well. I saw that Don popped up on Utah number 2. Would you be able to bring him in today? Over.
Absolutely. Yeah, I can do that. I'll get. I don't have Echolink up yet, but I'll get that going and be glad to do that for you. I'll let him know. W5OG.
Thank you, sir. This is Whiskey 2, Whiskey Lima Delta in upstate New York. Net control for the Air Forces Flyers Club net begins at the top of the hour in about 4.5 minutes. W2WLD.
W2WLD, W5ABI. You're S9 here, Bill.
Yeah, you're touching S9 also.
Thanks for the report. W5ABI, standing by for net.
Yeah, you're welcome, Joe. W2WLD.
W2WLD, WA6LJS, your S9 down here too this morning, Bill. Good morning.
Yeah, you're tickling an egg this morning, John, but a good solid copy. We do have some QRM above us, but it's not causing much of a problem. W2 WLD.
Roger, roger. WA6LJS standing by for the Flyers net top of the hour.
US 10, John, WA6LJS, W5ADI.
Yeah, good morning, Joe. You too. Good 10 over. Boy, conditions are starting out good. I hope they stay this way. WA6LJS.
Roger, thanks for the report. W5ADI, standing by for us.
Good morning. This is Whiskey 2 Whiskey Lima Delta. Net control for the Air Forces Flyers Club net. We are an association of members and veterans of the military air services from all branches of the armed forces. Our membership includes air crew, ground crew, missile crew, air traffic control, and all aviation support personnel. Our net meets on this frequency daily at 1100 Eastern Time. Our purpose is to promote fellowship among radio amateurs who devoted a portion of their lives to support the missions of our air forces. If you want to know more about us, we have a great website. Check it out, please. It's airforcesflyersclub.org. I say again, Air Forces Flyers Club.org. The net format, we're establishing a list using a variety of sources. Direct check-ins, NetLogger, Echolink, where we have a conference node, AFFC, and by monitoring certain WebSDR sites like Utah number 2. This is a control net. You do not have to be a member, however, or be associated with either the military or aviation to check in. To contact net control initially, please use the words contact, relay, info, or check-in as appropriate. Once the list is established, we'll go down the list for comments. We do like to limit those to about 2 minutes. Time remaining, we will go back down the list a second time for a final comment in 73 rounds. If you need to be a short timer, please let me know up front so that we can move you toward the top of the list. My name is Bill, Bravo India Lima Lima, located in upstate New York near the capital, Albany. And my call sign again is Whiskey 2, Whiskey Lima Delta. Break. Okay, we talked about establishing a list. Here's the list as I have it so far. Mostly thanks to Lee, N5 Bravo Echo, who's maintaining NetLogger for us. I have Don, who's camped out on Echolink, and he will be simulcast in by Dale. Don's call is K0ZNC. We have our mobile, Clifford, W5PIX. We have a couple visitors. We have K0 Echo Delta Delta and W5PMK. Good morning, gentlemen. We have Leon, N5 Bravo Echo. We have Dale, W5OG. I see Russ is aboard, Kilo 8 Alpha Fox. I've already spoken with Joe this morning, W5ABI. We have our commander, Bob, K1DOB. Good morning, Bob. And we have Chief Mike, WW5ENG. We have Frank, N4GYY. And James, KG5PTE. We have Charlie, K4YDB, who, by the way, is running a live stream of our net on YouTube. If you're interested, go to YouTube and put in his call sign, K4YDB, Kilo 4 Yankee Delta Bravo, and it will pop up for you. We have Bob, W7AS8, and we have John out in Jamul, California, WA6LJS. Break. Hey, we have a couple of our members that are listening today, receive only. We have my neighbor Ray in New Jersey, KB2JJO. Good morning, Ray. And we have Chris, KS5KY. Are there any other check-ins for the Air Forces Flyers Club net? Call now. Well, I heard nothing. Of the folks on the list, does anyone want to be a short timer? Call now. Nothing heard. John, WA6LJS, would you put out a call from California, please?
Wilco, this is WA6LJS relaying for net control for the Wednesday morning Air Force Flyers net. We're looking for check-ins, either members or visitors. Call now. Quiet on the SDRs here and locally. Back to you, Bill.
Okay, thank you, John. Let's try Dale. Dale, if you would put out a call from Texas, please, W5OG, W2WLD.
Will do, Bill. This is Whiskey 5 Oscar Golf relaying for net control. Taking additional check-ins for the Air Force's Flyers Club net. Members or visitors, call now. I hear nothing here, Bill. Back to net.
Okay, thank you, Dale, and thank you, John. Well, one of the things that we do on our net is we have a question of the day. Normally it's aviation related. I do have one for today, so stand by. I'm going to read it. If you're able to view the live feed that Charlie has, K4YTB. He has it posted there, so you don't have to write anything down. Question is not a long one and fairly straightforward, so here we go. The 1962 Cuban Missile Crisis was widely considered as the closest the world has ever come to a nuclear war. Which of the following photo recon aircraft were involved? Which of the following U.S. photo recon aircraft were involved in the Cuban Missile Crisis? Alpha, the Lockheed U-2. Alpha, the U-2. Bravo, the RF-8 Crusader. Bravo, the RF-8 Crusader. Charlie, the RB-47 Stratojet. Charlie, the RB-47 Stratojet. Delta, the RF-101A Voodoo. Delta, the RF-101A Voodoo. Or Echo, all of the above were involved. Does anyone need a repeat of the question? Call now. Okay, very good. We're running quality over quantity today. First, I want to make a comment about our poor people out in near LA with the fires out there. It's hard to watch on TV, and it must be horrible to be living through. So we pray for the best for those people. Dale, would you bring in Don, please? K0ZNC W2WLD.
Okay, will do, Bill. K0ZNC, go ahead. W5OG.
Bill, get me in there, and Bill for simultaneously. Boy, there's a lot on in background on Utah too. And you just really, Bill and talking, sounds like they're yelling at each other. Anyway, it is what it is. When having a prayer in Colorado today after the snow yesterday, wasn't much snow. I've had, because I can't get out and see it, I've heard anywhere from 3 to 4 inches locally here, maybe a little more. But anyway, it's currently, what is it? A high of 36 when I got up this morning. It was 28. So down south of me and east of me can expect some cold weather coming your way. Let's see, relative to the question, I had absolutely no idea. Set me down for all of the above. All of the above. And if there was a second question, I didn't hear it. So much on the background there. Give me a shout on the 73rd round. I may or may not be here, Bill. Thank you much, guys, for getting me in there. We'll turn back to you, Bill, W2, WLD via W5OG. This is K0ZNC.
W5OG, back to net.
Okay, great, Don. Copy all, and Dale, thank you for the simulcast. And Don, we've got your answer as all of the above. Well, you're going to get at least one right that way. Let's go to our mobile station, Clifford, W5PIX, W2WLD. You're up, Cliff.
Well, thank you, Commander, Captain, and I'm sorry, almost changed the service on you there, and didn't want to do that, but I'm going to go with the Lockheed Black Lady, the U-2, and the reason why I say that, because they used to launch it out of Laughlin Air Force Base in flyover, because I used to have a gentleman that I worked with, was in the Marine Corps pilot, and he flew that thing, and he, talk about being up there watching the sunrise and still be rounds, don't worry about me. I'll be around. W5PIX.
Okay, very good, Cliff. Well, I'm going to get into the pallet removal business. That's not bad money. All right, let's see if some of our visitors are in there and ready to say hello today. How about Jerry, K0, Echo Delta Delta. Jerry, if you're there, go ahead.
Yes, this is Kilo Zero Echo Delta Delta. This is my first time on a Flyers Scrum, and I just wanted to drop in, maybe learn the ropes, and listen to you guys and guess what's going on. USL.
USL. Well, welcome aboard, Jerry. You got a nice signal in upstate New York. And if you want to stick around, we'll call on you again for the 73 round. You think you're going to stay with us?
Roger. I will see with you guys. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Very good. Let's try Todd. W5 TMK, Tango Mike Kilo. Todd, go ahead. You're certainly welcome, and thank you for joining us today. If you want to stick around, we'll give you another call on the 73 round. Well, let's go. It says William, and you never know. I'm a William, whether it's a Bill or a Willie or a William. So let me guess Bill. W4BBK, Bravo Delta Kilo. W2WLD. Go ahead, Bill. W4BBK, you there?
Hey, Bill, he just checked out on the aim window.
Okay, very good, Lee. Well, why don't you take his place? N5 Bravo Echo, you're up.
W2WLD N5BE. Good morning, Bill. Good morning, everyone on the net. I don't want to lapse into good old Jay syndrome, but the wussification of America is in plain sight with this a couple of inches of snow that's approaching us. I just shake my head. When I was a kid growing up in the 50s and 60s in New Hampshire, if it was 12 inches or less, you didn't even think about it. You were going to school. If it's 12 inches or above, you may want to listen to the radio before you left. But I just can't get over how everyone is just absolutely paralyzed by 2 inches of snow that has not happened yet. I love this question. Oh my gosh. There is a famous photo of the piano of an F-101 going over an SA-2 site. Boy, that's a great photo. And I talked to some people who were in the Air Force during this time, and they were in SAC, and they deployed to civilian airfields with their B-47s. They distributed the aircraft up and down the East Coast at major metropolitan airports. I did not know that, so good stuff there. And maybe someday we can talk about why there was a Cuban Missile Crisis, and it wasn't necessarily the Cubans or the Russians involved in who started this. So that's a bit of history that is laying out there for those who are interested. I don't know about the B-47. I'm going to go, and I just lost it here. Let me get back to the question. I'm going to go Alpha, Bravo, and Delta, Bill. Alpha, Bravo, Delta. I'm not sure about the B-47. It's tantalizing, though. W2, WLD, N5BE.
Who was comment from again? Okay, very good. Well, Jack, why don't you go ahead and take your turn?
Okay, thanks a lot, Dr. Allen. Still working on get the trees cleaned up. We've lost out of town, but just on a few more days. So I thought I'd check in out. That's what you will last year, so happy New Year to you, and I'm sure something for you. Let's stay in 4 years.
Okay, Jack. Well, I'm glad you were able to make it in there, and yes, happy New Year to you and your family there, and don't work too hard, for heaven's sake. All right, let's go to Texas. W5OG, W2WLD. You're up, Dale.
All right, my fine Bill. Good morning again to everyone on the net. W5OG here, and good morning to Jack. We don't hear him that often. Maybe on Sundays, and I'm on there so briefly that anyway, Jack. Happy New Year to you. We miss you when you're not here, so I'll leave it at that. Let's see, Fred. We got beautiful weather now, but like Lee was saying, they're all panicked. In fact, I guess we're guilty of it too. My wife told me this morning we better go to the grocery store today and stock up. We may have a crisis. It might be a couple of inches of snow. But anyway, I still have a snow shovel out here. I haven't used it, but it's still out in the shed. So from days gone by, not from here, but from posts gone by. Let's see. And as far as the question, I'm going to go with all of the above. Good analysis from Lee as always, and but I think the RB-47 did have a place in that the right time frame for using that aircraft. Anyway, that's my recollection of things. And Bill, I'll just turn it back. You got a big long left this morning, so we'll see what happens. I'll be around for the 73 round. If Don's still here, I'll bring him in for the 73 round. Back to that, W2WLD, W5OG.
Very good, Dale. Dale, I didn't get your answer. I was talking with Yankee Tango Delta that was down to trying to call somebody. He's 25 dB over S9 coming in here, so I asked him politely if he would suspend, and he agreed. I've met nothing but gentlemen this morning when it comes to keeping the frequency clear, so that's really good. What was your answer, Dale?
Yeah, it's Echo, all of the above. I believe they were all used, Phil. Back to net, W5OG.
Okay, Dale, got Echo. Let's see what Russ has to say. Russ with the call sign we all would like to have, I think. K8, Air Force, W2WLD. Russ, you're up.
Thank you, Bill. W2WLD, K8AF. Good morning to everybody. Everyone's got a pretty good signal today out on the West Coast. So that's good. Don't have to use FDR at all, so that's nice. I was initially leaning towards Echo, but N5B kind of convinced me. I wasn't quite sure about the RB-47, so I'm going to go with what N5BE said. Alpha, Bravo, and Delta for my answer. And it looks like a beautiful day out here. It's about, it'll probably get about 35 today, but clear blue skies and a nice day in central Washington. Thank you for running the net. I'll be here till the end. Back to you, Bill. W2WLD K8AF.
Mighty fine right here in S9 this morning into upstate New York. Beautiful signal. Well, we got Alpha, Bravo, Delta. Well, we start quite a few lemming lines. Let's see what happens here. Joe, W5ABI, you're up, sir.
Yeah, W2WLD, W5ABI. Good morning, Bill and the rest of the Flyers. Thanks for running the net. It's about 32 here. We had a low of 31, supposed to go up to only 35. I was watching the local El Paso TV station, which also covers Las Cruces. We're supposed to get about maybe a half an inch of snow. El Paso about 0.9 inches. and they're already opening up warming centers and closing all the schools. We're from Washington State, and we're used to driving in it. Unfortunately, I have a doctor's appointment at 1 o'clock, so hopefully it'll hold off till then. I don't like to drive around the local people here when it snows, rarely. Anyhow, let me see. I'm going to go with all of the above, Echo. So I'm in one lemon line, I guess. I got two of them for me. Anyhow, thanks for running the net. We'll be here at the bottom. In W2WLD, W5ABI.
Very good, Joe. You're still coming through very, very well. And we got you down for Echo, all of the above. Let's go to our Commander Bob, K1BOB, W2WLD. You're up, sir.
W2WLD. Bill, how copy K1BOB?
S9.
Okay, that's because I'm on Dale's radio. Thanks to Dale for letting me use his radio. Same thing happened this morning. I don't know, my X-beam must have got water and was not tuning up properly. But I got on my antenna. I'm hearing you on my dipole just fine there, Bill. Well, good question today. I'm enjoying that. I remember the YouTube was one of the primary players in that, but not the only one. And I think it was their pictures that they confronted Castro with the United Nations, and they showed the pictures they had of definitely the nuclear missiles on Cuba. So put me down for YouTube, and all of them actually. I think they lost a YouTube, I think, during that event. It may have been shot down by a missile in self-defense there, and I think they lost a B-47 on takeoff, I believe, from a Florida airfield. So it wasn't without its losses, but it was. I can remember that time very well, and I was pretty darn young. Anyway, thank you for running the net, Bill. Thanks for doing the net logger there, Leon, and Charlie. Thank you for the YouTube live stream. Worked great. This is K1BOB, courtesy of W5OG, back to W2WLD.
Okay, Bob, very good. Sorry you're having that probably antenna problem. I get mysteries here every once in a while. Fortunately, they don't last why something won't do what it's supposed to do. Let's go to Chief Mike, WW5ENZ, W2WLD. Mike, you're up.
Okay, W2WLD, WW5ENZ. Yeah, very good question. Well, first let me get the weather out of the way. I think we're running about, 28 degrees. It's not, but it's sunny. So I feel for you down there, Joe. I looked at radar, and I do see scattered stuff all out to our west. And anyway, I got my scoop out there ready in case it does happen, but I don't foresee any more than maybe a half inch or something, even if we do get it. And we're looking at Thursday is what they said, Thursday, so let's see how this thing works. As far as the question goes, interesting stuff. I was just a little kid when this happened, obviously, but real little, no. But I did, I worked in fire control when I first got in the Air Force, and I knew a lot of guys that worked B-47 fire control, and they were scared shitless. I can't say that on the air, but they were scared because of all the threats here. And one of the problems was the small reconnaissance things were being shot down. There was too much coverage on the island. The only thing to get in there, I think, was the Lockheed, the U-2, and the Oxcart. I believe this is the first time the Oxcart was used in a strategic event. Now, it's not one of the choices up there, and I know the B-47s were used, but they weren't our B-47s. They were B-47s that launched off the alert pad and were circling around, but they were waiting on targets, but they never got them. Thank God, because they were nuclear armed. Anyway, my guess is going to be Alpha, and it's probably wrong because I know Bill does a lot of research, and some of these other aircraft may have been used, but they weren't used effectively because they were getting shot down. Any shutdown. And I can't remember that exactly, but, a lot of issues were going on, and this was pretty scary time. So, but I'm going to go with Alpha, and we'll see how that plays out. WW5ENZ, back to you, Bill. Great net, and conditions are not too terrible today.
Okay, very fine, Mike. Got your discussion. I enjoyed that and got your answer as Alpha to U2. I'll make you feel a little better. It's 19 degrees here as we speak. 1-9er. Frank, N4, GYY, W2, WLD. You're up, sir.
U2, WLD, and the group, N4, GYY. Good morning to all the flyers on the group this morning. Currently in Louisville, we're 22 degrees with light snow. They said it was just going to be very light snow, and I look outside and I see I've got about a half inch of snow so far, but it's not going to require me to shovel or run the snow slower. But the last snow that we got, I ended up running the snow thrower for longer than I have ever ran it before. I had to make double passes on my driveway, and I burned out more than a tank of gas on it in one setting, which I've never done before. So, and we're expecting to get more snow on Friday. They're only talking 1-4 inches. But like I said, it's 22 degrees here now. Light snow, not too awful bad. Winds are kind of light, which just makes it feel like it's only about 20 degrees or so. So it's not too bad there. And one of my first, matter of fact, my first assignment in the Air Force in 1971 was with an RF-101 unit. And because I started off in the reconnaissance side of the world. And I can remember some of the guys talking about that. Of course, I was 10 years old when it happened. I do remember watching it on television. Kind of keep it up with it that way, but I can't remember everything that's going on. I do recall the U2 being shot down, and my dad talking about it, the situation and what have you. So, but I feel that the answer's going to be yes. So I think all of them have something to do with it. Whether they flew over Cuba itself or whether they flew over the boats out in the water and took pictures. One of the two, but I think they all were involved one way or the other. So with that, I'll turn it back to you, Bill. Good net this morning. Good question. W2, WLD, and the group, N4, GYY.
Okay, Frank. Well, appreciate the weather update. My daughter called us last night from near Annapolis, Maryland. And apparently life has come to a standstill, except for the people running out to box stores to buy all kinds of stuff because of the horrific storm they're having. The problem down there, as you know, is they don't have the equipment that people up here in the Northeast or where my wife comes from, Minnesota. They're able to handle these storms, but not down in Annapolis, I guess. Kind of funny. Okay, let's see. James is next. KG5TTE, W2WLD.
W2WLD, KG5TTE. Good morning, Bill. Taking in from the net, and I have not been paying attention to the question of the day because I've been helping a friend here program a radio. But put me down for Echo for the question of the day. I'm just guessing. I'm helping a mentor, a ham here with a handheld radio, getting it programmed. And I'll turn it back to net and 7 threes. I'm going to get my 7 threes as well. And thank you for running the net. KG5TTE.
Well, you're welcome, James, and good luck with the handheld. And I understand you guessed Echo. We'll see how that works out. Let's go to Charlie, our live streamer, K4YDB, W2WLD. Good morning, Charlie.
W2WLD, K4YDB. Well, good morning, Bill. Morning to all the flyers out there. I hope everybody's staying warm. Right now it's currently 29 degrees here. We ain't even reached 30 yet. 66% humidity outside, and we have it's supposed to get down to like 16 tonight here. And then Friday, we're supposed to get all that stuff that everybody else is getting. They're talking about 3 to 5 inches of snow and ice, possibly in our area. Anything north of Atlanta, pretty much, is what they're talking about here. So it's going to be interesting because it's going to go down Highway 20, and those people over there are just crazy. But right now, not a lot going on over here. I'm gonna go up to the dollar store over here and pick up some dollar stuff so I can have some munchies while I'm sitting there watching it snow. Anyway, as far as the question goes, I really don't know. So put me down for all of the above. One of them's got to be right. Anyway, W2WLD K4YDB. I'm back to net.
I like the way you think, Shirley. Take Echo. One of them will be right. Let's go to Bob, W7ASH. I may need help with Bob. I can't always reach him. W7ASH, W2WLD. Bob, you're up. Did he come back?
Bill, he's got no propagation, and he's got echo for an answer. So he's not hearing anybody, but he put me down for echo in the AIM window, Bill.
Okay, well, I got him down for echo. Sorry we're not able to copy him today. I am able to copy John, WA6LJS, W2WLD. John, you're up.
Thank you, Bill. W2WLD. This is WA6LJS. Good morning to the net. It is 55 degrees here and very calm right now, but we're sitting on the edge of our seat here because we're still getting a lot of red flag warnings. We're still another probably 48 hours is still dangerous, but I feel for those people up around LA and Malibu and those areas. Boy, there are a lot of people losing their houses. That's a very, very sad situation. But so far we're okay down here, but everybody is really biting their fingernails there. And let's see, answer to your question. That's a very interesting question. Really brings back some memories to me. That was the scariest time for me in my Air Force career. I was at Bunker Hill Air Force Base, and I was also involved with the radar fire control systems on the B-58. And when that happened, we immediately went to DEFCON 2. And I know DEFCON 2 officially, I think, is you must be ready to deploy and engage in combat within 6 hours. But we went to DEFCON 2 and immediately launched all the B-58s that we could, fully armed. So they just scrambled, and those 58s went in the air from Bunker Hill. And then the thing that was always funny to me, of course, we locked the base down, but then they took all us guys, issued us weapons, and put us on guarding the base. And I couldn't figure that out because all the aircraft were all the aircraft that could fly were launched. And what's going to happen in the middle of Indiana? We were out there on the edges of the runway and around the perimeter, walking back and forth with our rifles guarding. So, but I guess somebody thought that in the middle of Indiana the enemy could get it, but wouldn't have done them any good because all our aircraft were in the air. So, but that was a scary time for me for sure. And like I said, I think the official definition of DEFCON 2, you've got to be ready within 6 hours to deploy and engage in combat. But being a SAC base, they didn't wait for any time. They immediately launched. So to answer the question, I don't really know about all the aircraft that went in the air at that time, but I'm going to say probably all of them. So put me down for E-Echo, all of the aircraft, and we'll see how that goes. So Other than that, back to you, and you're starting to go down a little bit. You started almost S9 this morning, now you're going down to about an S7, but still very copyable, Bill. So back to you, W2WLD, WA6LJS.
Well, you're still S9, but yeah, your signal has dropped substantially. You're around 6.5. And I do have some background noise, but you were solid copy, and I got your answer, John. Yeah, it's kind of, we can all of us, I guess, can kind of remember where we were when this was going on. Let's go to Professor Bob, NX6RG, W2WLD. No fires near you, are there, Bob? Over.
Bill, he's receive only, but he submitted his answer.
Okay, I didn't spot that. Thank you. We receive only. Well, that looks like the bottom of the list. Did I miss anyone on the original list? Did I miss anyone? Call now. Okay, nothing heard. Let me dispose of the question quickly here, and then we'll see if there are any late check-ins before we go through our 73 round. Again, the question, the 1962 Cuban Missile Crisis was widely considered as the closest the world has ever come to a nuclear war. Which of the following U.S. photo recon aircraft were involved? First one was A, the Lockheed U-2. Our commander Bob nailed that. The U-2 was the first one to take pictures of the situation, and those pictures were in fact used at the UN, and also there was one U-2 that was shot down. The second answer was Bravo, the RF-8 Crusader. Yes, Crusaders were used to go in and verify what the YouTube pictures were showing. And they had a very low flight profile, flying in at 600 feet, popping up over the area to take photos and shooting back down at 600 feet to make a getaway. Charlie was the RB-47 Stratojet, and Delta the RF-101A Voodoo. Both of these aircraft were used after the agreement had been reached that the Soviets were going to remove the missiles from Cuba. And they made repeated runs to verify that, in fact, the Soviet Union was living up to the agreement. So most of you got this right. The answer I was looking for was all of the above. In one way or another, all of these four aircraft, photo recon type, were used during the Cuban Missile Crisis. So I thank you all for playing along. Break. Okay, this is W2WLD Net Control for the Air Force's Flyers Club Net. Are there any late check-ins? Late check-ins. Call now. That's quiet here. John, WA6LJS, a last call
for Net Control. Last call for check-ins to the Wednesday Air Force Flyers Net. Either members or visitors. Call now. Quiet out west.
Okay, very good, John. Well, let's go ahead and start the 73 round then. Conditions are getting poorer here. I'm still able to copy you okay, but what a difference from when we first hooked up. You were a good solid S8, S9. Dale, if Don is still there, could you bring him in for a 73, please? K0ZNC W2WLD.
Yeah, will do, Bill. This is W5OG. Go ahead, Don, for the 73 round. K0ZNC. Go ahead, W5OG.
I had a wasn't sure about things, so that's more of a, I'm going to say a scary time for me than anything else. Anyway, with that, thank you, and we'll get back to you, Bill. 73s, everybody. W2WLD via W5OG, this is KG Rosetta, C73s, everyone. Bye-bye.
W5OG back to net.
Great simulcast, Dale, and 73, Don. Don, you amaze me. You're almost always at the top of the list, and you come up with these guesses that more often than not are correct. And I wonder if you have the same luck playing the lotto. Let's go to our mobile. Cliff, if he's back from unloading pallets. W5PIX, W2WLD, 73, Cliff. Is anyone here, Cliff? Okay, he said he might be back. Great. I've got to turn off the conflicting audio here. All right, let's go to Gary. Let's see if Gary's still with us. K0 Echo Delta Delta, W2WLD, 73.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you guys letting me ride along today and learn some valuable information, and appreciate everyone who served and like the history that I got from some of you guys. Thank you for letting me ride along, and I'll be back on the Flyers next. Thanks again, and 73.
Okay, Jerry, did I hear you say you had Air Force experience over?
No, sir. I have not served, but I am a very, very big supporter of the military, and I really appreciate everybody that served.
Well, thank you, Jerry, and we're happy you were able to join us today. We're here every day, and you're more than welcome. Let's try Todd, W5CMK, W2WLD, 73. Okay, Todd. Well, thank you for joining us, and thank you for your service. Let's go to Leon, M5 Bravo Echo, W2WLD, 73, Lee.
W2WLD and 5B. Well, excellent question. Nice combining history and aircraft and memories. I remember my dad going to the Army and Navy store, buying 6 cans of civil defense water. Boy, that would have gone a long way. And some C-ration crackers. I guess he felt he needed to do something. So we could arm wrestle about why this all happened. But what precipitated this in the eyes of the Russians? Well, we installed mobile Matador rail-launched nuclear tipped missiles in Turkey aimed at Russia. And Nikita was not happy about that. So he decided he was going to do tit for tat and load up Cuba with nuclear tipped missiles. And therein started the issue. So I think that the resolution was we agreed to take out our Matadors as he took out his stuff out of Russia. He publicly took theirs out, and we quietly took ours out. So that's the story behind the story, Bill. W2WLD and 5B. Enjoy it.
Okay, Lee. Well, your summary goes along with my recollection also. Let's go to Dale. Thank you for all the help today, the simulcast and the relaying and making calls. Really appreciate it. W5OC, W2WLD.
Yeah, no worries, Bill, and I enjoyed the net question, and yeah, I remember that also, and from Lee's perspective, it's always good to hear the history review there. Anyway, everybody have a great day. See you over on Echolink perhaps after the net. W5OG, back to you, Bill.
Okay, 73, Bill. Russ, KAF, W2, WLD. 73, Russ.
W2WLD, K8AF. Thanks for running the net. Good question, too. And I was looking back at it. I was newly born and still in the hospital. So that's pretty amazing. So I can't imagine what my parents must have been thinking at the time. But I hope everybody has a good day, 7-3, and hopefully I'll be here tomorrow. W2WLD, K8AF.
Very good, bro.
Lima 7, Yankee Kilo.
W5ABI, 73.
Yeah, W2WLD, W5ABI. Good enough, Bill. It's just started snowing pretty good here, and so I canceled my doctor's appointment. Not that I can't drive in it. It's the other guys I'm worried about. Hi. Anyhow, thanks again for running the net. 73 is all the flyers. W2WLD, W5ABI.
Relay. Okay, Joe. Yeah, even up here where we see snow every winter, that first storm is it's best not to drive until people figure out how to do it again. Let's go to our commander, Bob. K1BOB, 73, Bob. Relay.
Yeah, John's got a relay there, Bill.
Go relay.
Yeah, our newest member, Kilo Lima 7 Yankee Kilo, Ron, is trying to check in there, Bill.
Would you work him, please, John?
Yeah, we'll go. Kilo Lima 7 Yankee Kilo. Good morning, Ron. You got a good signal here. Go ahead and take your turn.
Roger. Didn't mean to show up late. I just got distracted here with another project. You guys are all Q5 here in Texas, at FPR in Utah. So I cheat a little bit. But good to join you guys. I got a confirmation back last night on member number 785, so I guess it's official.
Yes, you are. You are officially number 785, and we welcome you. We're glad to have you with us. And boy, you've got a booming signal today, Ron. You're 10 over 9 right now. So anyway, anything else for us?
No, sir. Nothing additional. I just wanted to let you know I was still out here. I hadn't forgot about you. And I will try to be more prompt tomorrow. K-Hill 7YK.
Okay, real good, Ron. Great to have you here. Back to you, Bill, WA6LJS.
Okay, thank you, John. I could have worked them myself, as it turns out. Ron, you got an S9 signal in upstate New York. Glad you made it, and hopefully we'll see you in here tomorrow. 73. Now back to Bob, K1BOB. You're up, sir.
K1BOB through W5OG's radio, and very good question, Bill. Very thought-provoking. Brought back memories, having reviewed this in the past, and even as a kid, I think I was in 5th grade probably, but I remember them coming out to the school bus when Kennedy was assassinated. I always remember that, and right where I was at. Anyway, thank you, Bill, and thank you, Dale, for letting me use your Flex radio. This is K1BOB. Back to W2WLD.
Okay, Bob, 72. I think in 62 October I was heading off to college. But I'm not going to tell you how old I am. Let's see, Mike, WW5ENZ, 73.
All right, WTWLD. Yeah, great net. And yeah, I was fixated on the high altitude photograph instead of the whole thing, So it's definitely Echo. Yeah, that's right. I just, but anyway, it was a lot of fun and brings back a lot of memories. So everybody take care. Have a great day. 73, WW5ENZ. Oh, one other thing. Let's see. I need the question guru. N5BE. I need a special question for Friday. So if you don't mind, because I don't want to give you another one of those that nobody gets it anyway. WW5ENZ 73, everybody. buddy. We talk to you later.
Okay, Mike, Lee, did you copy that? Mike request a question for Friday, over?
He needs a special question. I will get him one.
Very good. Thank you, sir. Frank, N4GYY, W2WLD, 73, Frank.
W2WLD in the group N4GYY. Good next day, Bill. Good question. And like I said, my first assignment in the Air Force was in New Jersey. And I can remember one of the things a film that they showed us, of course, it was a 16 millimeter projection film. But I think it's composite cameras in the library. It was called 10 Days in October. And I think it deals strictly with the Cuban Missile Crisis. And then, of course, I was assigned to a 101 unit, Arms 101. And they had another one that was called Alone, Unarmed, and Unafraid. Both of them were writing pretty interesting little short clips on Frank's well-known. So what's up? Just a little food for thought if somebody wants to go up here and try to find those two and see what it's about. I will turn this back over to you. Say 73 to everybody. No, WLD and the group N4GYY. 73, all.
73, Frank. Charlie, K4YDB, thanks again for the great live stream. 73.
W2WLD, K4YD. Well, Bill, thanks for running the net today. It was a good net. Interesting question. Do learn a little bit anyway. Anyway, 73s, everybody. Everybody have a good day, and we will be here tomorrow. K4YDB, back to net.
Very good. 73, Bob, W7ASA, W2WLD. 73, Bob. Okay, Bob, I copied that on Utah number 2, not picking you up locally at all, but 73. Let's see, John, WA6LJS. I hope you haven't disappeared. 73, John.
Yeah, you're still coming in there, Bill. You're right at S7 right now, so no trouble. This is WA6LJS. Well, very interesting question. Really brings back some memories. It's funny, you know, there's a lot of things that my family, my daughter and my son will remember that they'll ask me about it, and I say, I don't remember that. But that's one thing I do remember. Boy, the Cuban crisis, that's for sure. It just sticks in your mind. And I can remember standing out on the end of the runway there at Bunker Hill, walking back and forth, freezing. It was cold. I think it happened about 2 weeks before my birthday there in October. And but it was cold, and I couldn't figure out why in the world are we guarding the runway in the middle of Bunker Hill. I mean, in the middle of Indiana at Bunker Hill. So very good question. Thanks for that, and thanks for Lee for the additional information. I can't remember about the Turkey situation, but that makes a lot of sense. Anyway, back to you, Bill. W2WLD, WA6LJS.
73, John. Well, I think everybody else on the list is receive only. So we see you guys 73. Did I miss anyone? Or are there any final comments before we close the net? Come now.
Whiskey 5, Papa India X-ray with empty pocket.
Okay, I heard 2 of you. Clifford, go ahead. W5PIX. Give your 73, please.
All right. Well, I don't know what the answer is, but that's all right. Like I said, I do know a gentleman scuba there. Then the black lady, and we used to have one U2 out there at NASA there in California, there in Moffett Field, and they used to fly that over some of the fires and stuff. But anyways, that's beside the point. It's still cold, and well, I'm gonna get headed back south where the women are a little browner and the weather is a little warmer. So, anyways, thanks to you, Captain, and I do appreciate you running the net today. Yeah, it was a pleasure listening to you. So this is W5PIX, waiting on UPS to get out of my way. Not UPS, APS. No, 7-3 from Farmers Branch, W5PIX Mobile.
Very fine, Cliff. Well, if you want to get warm, don't head this way. It's still 19 degrees. 73. Was there another comment? Come now. Any final comment? Come now.
Not necessarily a comment, just seeing if my radio is working. N9KJS.
Yeah, the N9, you're not all that strong, just in the noise here in upstate New York. Over. And I got QRM wiping you out. Sorry about that. But the rig is working. We just don't have a great path. Okay, this has been the Wednesday edition of the Air Force's Flyers Club Net. Thank you to all who participated as check-ins. Special thanks to those who helped with relays and NetLogger and simulcasting. You all make it work. This net is now closed. 73, everybody. W2 WLD, upstate New York, off and clear.